This past month has felt very, very busy, but mostly in a good way. I've been working on my 30-day challenge video where I'm painting every single day for a month. And I went to my first art market, which went surprisingly well. Some of you guys may know that I've been working on creating a larger body of work so that I can apply to a gallery that I've dreamt of having my work in for a really long time. They have a lot of really amazing work, mainly emphasizing Canadian wildlife, and I think that with a little bit more experience and a bigger portfolio, I think my art would work in that gallery. I think it really would. So that's what I'm working towards right now. I have about 5 paintings on hand. I was hoping to be about halfway to my goal of 15 paintings by the end of June, but a couple of them sold at the market, which is definitely not a complaint. I am so grateful and definitely celebrated that win. But it does mean that I still have 10 paintings to go before I get to my goal and before I'm comfortable applying to a gallery like that. This month, I finished 3 small paintings so far and already sold one of them. I have just been beaming lately. It's been a really great month filled with work that I'm really proud of, and I've just had a lot of lovely people supporting my art practice, which has just been so wonderfully surprising. Every once in a while, I end up painting something that really seems to resonate with people, and this is definitely one of those. I sold the original at the art market and sold out of all the prints that I brought. It was actually one of those bittersweet moments because I almost feel like I didn't get to spend as much time as I usually do enjoying the original in our home, but I'm also so unbelievably grateful that someone loved it so much that they wanted to bring it home. It's Thursday night and I just got back from yoga. My back was really sore, and by the end of class it made it feel a little bit better, but I don't know, I just threw something out of my back, old lady style, literally twisting to move, and absolutely destroyed my back. But when I got home from yoga, I remembered that we had these little bushes out front with flowers on them, and then I picked a couple flowers from our backyard. And last Christmas, I got some flower pressing kits from 2 separate people got me this for Christmas. So I guess I need to take that as a hint and actually press some flowers. So I'm gonna do a little bit of flower pressing because I've just started incorporating some dried pressed flowers into my artwork. So I thought it'd be fun to have a few more of those to use since I only had a couple in the house. Oh my goodness. I've had a pretty productive day. After work, After work, I did a little bit of painting outside in the backyard, and I think I finished my new chickadee painting. Let me show you. But this is the piece. I don't know if you can see it all that well. But I think this is done, but that's what I was working on in the backyard outside after work. That'd be really fun to just press some flowers, watch a little bit of YouTube, and then after I'm probably gonna continue reading Your Brain on Art. This is a really great book. One of the things I struggle with a lot as an artist is like, I'll be painting and having a really good time, and then all of a sudden I'll get really existential about why I'm painting. I get lost in this pattern of thought. What I'm doing is pointless. All I'm doing is painting a pretty picture. And this book actually really helped with that thought cycle. It taught me a lot about what art and aesthetics actually does to your physiology. If you are a science nerd and you love all that, you'll really like this book. It talks a lot about how art impacts mental health. I think just knowing the facts that I learned from this book is really gonna help me with that like negative thought pattern surrounding my art. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna press some of these flowers, and then I'm like partway through the conclusion of this book, so I'm almost done it. That's probably what my night's gonna look like. Cute and crafty and just sitting in a comfy position because my back hurts really bad. Okay, Germans out there, you can grill my German speaking abilities. Schematische Darstellung des Blumenpressens. Roast me. My German is not very good. Hey, leave my flowers alone. They do smell really nice. These ones smell so pretty, right, Kona? They smell so pretty. Okie dokie, Kona, we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for it. Actually, honestly, look how good that wooden board blends into the table. I think I'm just gonna press these petals individually because there was only one little flower that was close to being usable out there. But I really like the red, so we're gonna try and salvage that. And then these ones are the ones that smell really good. Place wooden press plate on the bottom, cut out petals, and place on lining paper. You're very interested in this process, aren't you? Okay. All of the flowers are in there now. Flowers are done. I will update you guys in another vlog, but these are just gonna be a weird little Velcro wood book for now. Cool. So it's Thursday night. I got a little bit tired last night and just ended up going to bed. And so I decided to finish the rest of this book. And all my positive comments about it from yesterday still definitely stand. I just want to read you a portion of this book because it paints a really beautiful picture of art's role in your life. Basically, the last couple pages is talking about art integrated into your life to make you live like a very regulated life. But a few pages earlier, it was talking about this art that used AI in the process. And it just rubbed me a little bit wrong, and maybe I'm being a little bit too critical, but this book has mentioned tons of amazing artists. Even in the insert in the middle, it has a bunch of beautiful art made by real people. And in the last few pages of the book, it kind of just drops this bomb on you. At least it felt like a bomb was dropped on me, because the cover of the book was made by an artist who uses AI in the process. And I don't know, I really wouldn't have expected that in a book about art. I guess I just wasn't expecting it because all of the other chapters didn't really touch on AI, and then in the conclusion it was talking about it, and then in the conclusion is when they tell you that the cover involved the use of AI. It was just unexpected, and there's still a lot of good in this book, and I'll read you a part, and this is why I feel like there's such a duality in this book just from that one little part, because this book is really beautiful in some ways. Like this passage here is painting a picture of your day with art in it. You have a daily art practice that is as vital to you as exercise and meditation routines. Art, you now understand, isn't only a hobby. It's a conversation with yourself, a way to connect with your mind, body, and spirit, and to support your health and wellness. Some days it's just 20 minutes of sketching or doodling to reduce cortisol after a challenging or stressful experience. Other times it's something tactile, like sculpting with clay, knitting, or gardening, where your mind wanders and you are in a flow state. The sensation of working the clay, the yarn, the soil in your hands stimulates skin and nerve endings and ignites the body's internal sensory receptors. Through sensory motor pathways, you feel instantly attentive, awake, and receptive. Art making here is not about the end product.
It is a process, an active way of being and knowing. As your day progresses, should a headache hit, a dose of dance and movement helps. When anxiety rises, tuning forks in C and G create a sound wave that soothes the fight or flight freeze response and elicits relaxation. On this day, you make time to be in nature. The sunrise, a red cardinal alighting on a branch, wind in your hair, the yellow freshness of daffodils all inspire a brief pause to appreciate the awe of the natural world. The natural world. Being reconnected to nature's rhythms supports and sustains us. And you are now more aware that these simple everyday aesthetic moments activate neurochemicals already in your brain. Like dopamine and serotonin, the beauty of the natural world is motivating and mending you in small ways. And I just really wanted to share that section with you because I find that it's such a huge contrast from the fact that there is AI art on the cover of the book. Or I should say art created using AI in some part of the process. It made me feel a certain way, and maybe that's just me, but you guys let me know how that would make you feel. But the rest of the book, up until I knew that, was sunshine and rainbows, and I really liked it, and it really shined a light on the importance of art in healing and mental health. But yeah, I'm getting a little sticky on the AI part though, so maybe that's just me.
I don't typically like to keep a bunch of prints in stock, but I do like to have like a couple of each of them. I'm giving one print away for a giveaway I did for the people who signed up for my email list at my first art market. So I'm gonna print a couple more of those because one of those sold there. I'm gonna restock the ones that sold out or got low in stock at the art market, doing about 10 prints today, so not too many. I'm gonna get this loaded up and ready for its first print. And then before we cut and pack them up, I'm gonna make myself some coffee. I have to go get my laptop. Okay, while this one prints, I'm gonna make myself some coffee. I ended up deciding just to do 6 prints. I got a notification on my printer that I'm running low on one of my ink colors and I don't want to end up with any misprints. I'll end up having at least 1 print of each, which is good to have one on hand in case someone orders, and then I'll just print it when the order comes through so I have another one in stock. So we'll be good for now since I don't have any upcoming markets. I realized last second that I didn't have any of these ones, so I had to print that one off. I was also completely out of these purple bees and my duck painting, which sold out at my recent art market. This is the print that the giveaway winner chose. This print also sold out at the market, and then this one was just running low, so I have 1 extra of this one.
Stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass.
I love these little squiggles that I cut off my prints.
Stuff like that.
was thinking I might update my website pictures of my prints, but I might just save that for another day. I feel like I want to work on the butterfly painting that I'm really close to finished. I don't know, I would say it's about 75% done. So I think I might save updating my website photos for another day.
Washed in every shade of green and all the colors.
They're all packed up. Remember, you gotta trust the process. I know it's looking weird right now, but I swear it'll look good eventually. Just trust, okay? Just trust.